want to welcome everyone to the Clemson Chick-fil-A Bowl press conference. A couple of things about the schedule. We'll have today's press conference, and you're all invited to a lunch in the paw provided by Chick-fil-A and Herb Tyler. I want to thank Herb for his support all year with our Tuesday press conferences. At 1 o'clock, Taj Boyd will be available in this room, so we'll just come back here after we finish eating. Clemson's first bowl practice is at 11:45 tomorrow. First 20 minutes will be open to the media, and we'll have interviews after that. I want to introduce Gary Stoken, who is the President and CEO of the Chick-fil-A Bowl. A person I've known for many years, and he's done a lot for ACC sports in general, dating back to when he was a basketball player at NC State. A little known fact about Gary that I bet he doesn't even know: he's one of 3 players in NC State history with more assists than points. And there weren't many. I won't get into specifics of those numbers, but Gary's done so much great football over the years, and we're very excited to be invited to the Chick-fil-A Beach Bowl. I'll turn it over to Gary.
Thanks, Tim. I think that's when point guards were passers and not scorers. The old AAU has changed already. First things first, on Pearl Harbor Day, and particularly in light of Daniel Rodriguez, to me, one of the most inspirational stories in college football this year. Maybe we ought to take a second and just thank God for us having the freedoms we have and being able to enjoy talking about college football and all the nice things that we're able to do because of our military. So let's take a second and just thank God for our military and what they've done for us. Okay, thanks for that. I appreciate it. We are very excited to be here. It seems like every 5 years we are back at Clemson and inviting them to the Chick-fil-A Bowl. Clemson has been to our bowl game more than any other team in the country. Their fans have supported our bowl game and helped our bowl game become one of the preeminent bowl games in the country. This year we're excited to bring to the fans and to Dabo and to Dan and the team a top 10 matchup with LSU, and somebody that we think has allowed us, between Clemson, ranked in the top 14, and LSU in the top 7. Many people are saying this is one of the top 4 bowl games in the country, and really has a BCS feel to it. So we're really excited about that. This will be our 45th Chick-fil-A Bowl. Our payout this year will be $7.1 million, and a total payout over our 45 years of $117 million that the Chick-fil-A Bowl has put back into college institutions around this country. We expect our 16th straight sellout. This is the second longest in the country. Only the Rose Bowl has sold out more continuous times than the Chick-fil-A Bowl. We'll play on December 31st in an unopposed primetime TV slot, and this is with ESPN as our partner over the last 20 years. 3 of the top 10 broadcasts and 7 of the top 25 broadcasts ever on ESPN have been Chick-fil-A Bowls. So that unopposed primetime slot with a great ACC team, highly ranked, against a great SEC team, highly ranked, really has projected us to become one of the best TV brands in the bowl business as well. Competition-wise, we rank as one of the most competitive bowl games in the country. 55% of our games have been decided by a touchdown or less, and as I said, 20 years we've been with the ACC and SEC. The ACC has won 10 times, and the SEC 10 times. So something's got to give between a great offense and a great defense, and 10 wins from the ACC and 10 wins from the SEC. We treat our bowl game maybe a little bit differently from what other people do. We have a theme that we use: live, laugh, and learn. We are certainly respective of other bowl games, but in our case, our bowl is a reward for the players. And so we want them to live great. They stay in a great hotel. They eat great, have wonderful gifts. They laugh. We have fun at our events. We have a Battle of the Bowl week, which the players get a lot of fun throughout the week in different competitions. And then we take them to the children's hospitals where they can give back during that time of the holiday season, as well as take them to the Martin Luther King Center, where they can hear from John Lewis, who was on the front lines with Dr. King in the civil rights movement. That many of these kids, obviously, all these kids weren't even born when those civil rights acts happened. So Live, Laugh, and Learn is certainly something that we build our structured events around for the players. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We take a lot of effort in making sure that the fans' experience is unique. We're one of the top Facebook and Twitter accounts in the bowl business, so feel free. We give some backstage looks at what goes on during the bowl week and bowl games for the fans, so we think that's important to give back to the fans as well. There will be a Spirit Day here on campus, at the Chick-fil-A on Tiger Boulevard, December 15th from 12 to 2. That event will have the band, the cheerleaders, the mascots at the Chick-fil-A on December 15th to get people kind of excited to come down to Atlanta on the 31st. And the second thing I will tell you about is the Coaches Media Day. Will be held in Atlanta with both coaches on December 17th at the new Dave & Buster's, and that will take place at 11:30 on December 17th. So all that to say, we're here to provide an invitation to Clemson University. Why? Obviously, to be ranked 14th in the country, one of the top teams in the country, 10 wins. There's only a few of those out there, and 7-1 in the ACC. They're certainly deserving. And as we like to say, Clemson played themselves into our game to represent the ACC. They've only had 2 losses, both been to top 12 teams, and they've won 7 of their last 8 games. This is a chance for them, only the 4th time in Clemson storied football history, to have an 11th win and finish with a top 10 ranking. My belief is if they win this game, they'll certainly end the season in the top 10, and as you know, for the next season, that puts you in the top 10 more than likely, especially with the players that are coming back representing Clemson. A powerful offense, 6th ranked scoring offense, and 13th in passing yards, and just the leadership. Dabo Swinney, you're very blessed here to have somebody that does it right. Obviously, we represent the Bobby Dodd Coach of the Year that we gave to Coach Swinney last year. And that award is scholarship, leadership, and integrity, not just wins. And it's great to do business with the likes of Dabo Swinney and Terry Don Phillips and President Parker and Dan Radakovich. You build relationships and partnerships, you got a chance to be very successful. And people lead you to success. And we're blessed to have the opportunity to involve ourselves with the 2 gentlemen to my left. And then when you talk about Clemson, you got to start with Taj Boyd. Obviously, the American Football Coach Association, you know a little bit about football. Had Taj as their first team All-American quarterback and ACC Player of the Year, certainly. And then when you talk about the offense with 6 All-ACC players representing Clemson on the All-ACC team. So we're really excited about Clemson, as you can tell. I've talked about the coaches, the AD, the players, but I'd also like to mention something about the fans. I've been to many, many Clemson games, and the atmosphere at this stadium is unique in this country. When you talk about Death Valley, this is Death Valley. And as people say, I know you guys are close to it, but those of us who are in the national scope of college football, that running down the hill and touching Howard's Rock, there is nothing more special in college football. And for the fans of Clemson, you guys have supported us year in, year out. You supported us at the kickoff game this year with a great win. Clemson's kind of got a mini schedule. They're 1-1 against the SEC. This will be a tiebreaker in their SEC schedule with LSU, but you fans have been great to us, and we appreciate your support. I think that's something missing maybe, granted a lot, whether it's in bowl games or during the season, and we will give you the experience when you come to Atlanta for the Chick-fil-A Bowl. Besides the players, who it's a reward for, we think the fans rank second in who we have to look out for. And we do that with the various events that we have during Bowl Week. So log on to chickfilabowl.com and look at all the events that we provide for the fans as well. So with that, I would like to officially provide an invitation to Dan Radakovich and Clemson University to represent the ACC in the 45th Chick-fil-A Bowl. Congratulations, Dan.
Thanks, Gary. And on behalf of Clemson University, Clemson Athletics, Coach Sweeney, the players, and the thousands of IPTAY donors across the state and the country, we proudly accept this invitation.
Thank you.
Coach Sweeney?
Well, yeah, I just reiterate that. I mean, it's an honor to be a part of the Chick-fil-A Bowl. I've gotten an opportunity to develop a relationship with Gary and Steve over the last several years. It's a special, unique experience all to itself to go to this bowl game. I've had the privilege of being in it twice, and both times were incredible experiences and great games. And we won a thriller in 03 and lost a thriller in overtime, I believe in 07. So it's something I'm looking forward to. Going back to Atlanta, it'll be a great reward for our players and our staff. And congratulate LSU as well for the opportunity for them to be in this bowl game. And, you know, this is a team that you know, is probably a screen pass away from maybe playing for the national championship again. And they're not even a year removed from playing for it all. So it's certainly one of the best teams in the country. I can't imagine that there's you know, many better matchups than Clemson LSU in the bowl season. So we're excited about it. It's going to be a huge challenge for our team. Look forward to the whole preparation process that we're getting ready to start tomorrow from a practice standpoint. Look forward to being with you guys in Atlanta. So thank you for the honor and privilege of being in this game.
Thanks. Well good. Thanks, Dale. Thanks, Dan.
I'd like to introduce Steve Robinson, a few comments.
Well, thank you, Tim. Believe it or not, this is Chick-fil-A's 16th year involved in the Chick-fil-A Bowl. And one of the things Chick-fil-A attempted to bring to this game was our commitment to education, particularly scholarship. Year to date, Chick-fil-A has contributed over $30 million in scholarship money to the employees of Chick-fil-A restaurants. But believe it or not, the bowl has now, since 2002, contributed over $15 million in scholarship and charity money. It's the largest charity bowl in the nation. And this year, the Chick-fil-A Bowl will contribute another $1.5 million in scholarship and charity donations. And $100,000 of that will be going to Clemson University as an endowed scholarship, which will raise the total endowment of money at Clemson under the Chick-fil-A Bowl banner to $250,000. So we're incredibly honored to be able to continue that legacy of scholarship. And we're looking forward to having both of you gentlemen, your team, and your fans in Atlanta. And we look forward to helping to come alongside Gary's staff and all of our volunteers to host you.
The floor is open for questions.
What's kind of the practice schedule for the next several days when you guys kind of get back into this?
They've been running and lifting this week, and also had skills and drills Tuesday and Thursday. So they actually got back started Monday as a team. We'll get back out there with them as a staff tomorrow, and then we'll have meetings on Monday. We'll practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, meetings on Friday, practice on Saturday. Obviously next week we're kind of balancing finals a little bit. And then once the finals are over, we'll have another full week of practice. And I think our last practice is the 21st. We'll cut them loose that afternoon, have an opportunity to be with their families for a couple of days and get back together at the bowl site.
Coach, I'm guessing you've gotten a little more chance to look at LSU since you found out who you've been playing, or who you're going to be playing. You know, what stood out to you about what you're up against?
Yeah, well, actually, I have not. That's what I'm trying to do today, and this weekend and Monday. So the next few days, I'm gonna really be spending a lot of time watching some tape. But both the coordinators are here today as well. Most of the staff is still on the road. I got back last night from out on the road, so I've really been away from the office in the last since I found out who we were playing Sunday night. So today's the first time I've been back. So I'm just starting that process. Our GAs have been breaking that film down. But listen, I know enough about LSU. I don't have to turn the film on. I've seen them for a long time and have had an opportunity to watch them several times. And, you know, they'll have two of the best defensive ends in the country, as good a defensive line as anybody can play. They'll be a physical, tough bunch that can run the football. You know, they play 3 or 4 running backs. They've got a very capable quarterback who can beat you throwing the ball. They're called upon to do so. So this is a complete football team. Again, this is a team played for the national championship not even 12 months ago, and the team that's playing for the national championship Alabama, you know, if not for a screen pass in the last play of the game, we're probably not playing this team. So this is a very, very good football team, as good a team as there is in the country. And you know, you have to be complete to be in that category. So big challenge, excited about it, look forward to it. We started our season in Atlanta versus the Tigers, and we're going to get to finish our season in Atlanta versus the Tigers, and hopefully it's the Clemson Tigers that can come out on top.
Dan, this has to be an exciting way for you to sort of kick off your tenure here. You already got one win over South Carolina in basketball, and now you get to play a top 10 team in a bowl game.
Well, it certainly is, and I'm very familiar with the town that we're going to. I won't get lost. You know, Atlanta is, and especially the Chick-fil-A Bowl, have been so good to the Atlantic Coast Conference and so good to college football in general. And it's really one of the epicenters of college football throughout the country. So to be involved here at Clemson and now have this opportunity to play in the Chick-fil-A Bowl against Louisiana State University, it doesn't get much better than that. We're very, very excited and thankful to be a part of this great game.
Dabo, Bashad Breeland and also Darius Robinson, there was a hope he might be back for the bowl game. What are their status?
Yeah, I don't anticipate Darius being back, but hopeful that Breeland will be back and we can get him back in the flow of things. But you know, not 100% sure on that. We staff it up in the morning, and you know, we'll talk through all the personnel issues with the trainers and stuff in the morning. But I am anticipating that Breeland will be back. Obviously, we've been pretty thin in the secondary here for a while. We lost Martin Jenkins, lost Darius, and then Breeland's been out down the stretch here. So it would be a nice shot in the arm if we could get a healthy Breeland back and ready to play.
Coach, some of your players on Tuesday said that they felt like this was a chance for redemption. I'm curious, do you hold that opinion, or do you see this game a different way?
You know, this is a one-game season. That's what it is. I mean, it's an opportunity our next goal, as you can see, is to win the bowl game. And you know, you step back from the regular season. You know, you get away from the emotion of it and the grind of what you've just been through, and you know, evaluate, hey, here's what we got done. And you know, I think that this team has nothing to have their hands down about. It's a 10-2 football team, lost two games to top opponents, and wish we were 12-0. But when I look back at what our objectives were coming into the season, the things that we needed to do as a program, we certainly excel in a lot of those areas. Offensively, it was a record-setting year. You know, we set the record in 2009 for points scored my first year, and we broke that record this year. Our problems last year that we needed to address, we were not very good in short yardage. We were as good as anybody in the country this year. We led the country in red zone. We did a lot of good things. Our quarterback improved immensely from last year to this year. Tons of question marks in our offensive line. And, you know, to go and win 10 games with a team with one senior and only one junior that's played on the other's a guy that's been a D tackle. I think that's a tremendous accomplishment by this group. And Brandon Ford makes first team all conference, and obviously we had a big hole, a big void losing Dwayne Allen. So I think it was very positive production there. Defensively, we needed to get better. We're certainly not where we need to be or where we're going to be, but we definitely improved. We not only improved from last year, we improved throughout the season, and played in a lot of freshmen and sophomores in some key areas, and had some injuries and things like that. But you know, I'm proud of this bunch. I'm proud of the season we had. So I don't look at it as redemption. I look at it as opportunity to go, you know, win your bowl game and create some positive momentum. And we all know that, you know, there's a lot of positive energy and momentum when you win your bowl game because it's your last game. You know, and when you don't win your bowl game, you've got to, you know, pick yourself back up and go back to work, and you got a long time before you play again. So it's always good when you can finish the season with the win, and that's what our objective is. You know, but I think our players certainly will be excited to go and play and have an opportunity to play again one of the best teams in the country, and we'll see how we match up.
Coach, how about holding things together with some of the outside distractions regarding coaching rumors and that kind of thing?
Oh, that's not, you know, listen, that's just the business. It's not like that's a isolated issue from one place. That, you know, in this business, you know, the month of December and January, and sometimes a little bit into February, you know, there's things that present themselves from time to time, and you know, we don't get caught up in or comment on things that are just rumors and that kind of stuff. But you know, we've got a plan of preparation that we'll execute, and that's all we focus on. You know, this is a great staff, and when you have a great staff, you know, you're always going to have some things come up, you know, that you have to evaluate, and you know, that's really all there is to it. I don't look at that as a distraction or anything like that. That's just part of the business, and it's the same for everybody.
Is there anything to the report or rumor that Coach Harbison's going to Auburn?
I'm not going to comment on any personnel issues. Again, if I make a comment on a personnel issue, it's not going to be on a rumor. It's going to be because you know, there's a transaction. There's something that there's actually a comment to be made about. But, don't deal in rumors or anything like that. But I anticipate all of our staff being here, and you know, from time to time, if a change happens, you know, this is a program that we've built and put in place here that you know, will respond appropriately and you know, attract great coaches. And I don't anticipate having any changes on our staff. But again, it's you know, it's just the time of year.
Coach Brownell has said before that fans should want other teams to come after this school's coaches because that means things are going well. Do you see it that way?
Well, you know, first of all, I want my coaches to have opportunities to advance. I mean, that's when I was an assistant. You know, I wanted to be a head coach one day, and had the opportunities to visit with people from time to time, and that's just part of. Sometimes people know about it and it gets out. There's a lot of times people don't know about it. We had a few coaches last year who were approached by different people that nobody ever knew about, and the year before. And so sometimes that stuff stays confidential. Sometimes it gets thrown out in the media, and most of the stuff that you hear is just what it is, rumor. But I love having a staff that wants to be the best. And when guys have opportunities to further enhance their career, I have no problem with that at all. And yeah, you'd like to. You want to have a quality staff that is going to have opportunities to advance their career from time to time. And when that happens, you go out and hire another quality coach and keep moving forward.
Any other questions?
I got a question, Tim. How much money, I know it varies team to team, but do you expect to bring to the city of Atlanta, Clemson, and LSU playing here this year?
Yeah, we typically, you're talking about economic impact.
Yeah.
We typically have $35 million economic impact of the Chick-fil-A Bowl. This year, the bowl game will contribute about $95 million, close to $100 million economic impact through our 2 kickoff games, 2 Chick-fil-A kickoff games in the Chick-fil-A Bowl. And in a, obviously Atlanta's a big hospitality convention town. That's 3 of the top 5 events that will happen in Atlanta. So this bowl game, particularly when it happens during the holiday season, is important for the hospitality industry because not a lot of people are traveling to hotel rooms and restaurants downtown Atlanta over the Christmas season. So if not for this bowl game, it would be to the demise of some of the business that's done in Atlanta during that time frame.
Right. Maybe Tim knows this. Outside of the Falcons, is it safe to say that Clemson's played the most games in the Georgia Dome as far as collegiate teams?
This will be the 8th, or the 9th game. Pretty close.
Yeah. LSU and Clemson probably, ironically enough, through kickoff games and SEC championships and bowl games by those 2 teams. Good fact, though.
Yeah, it looks like the indoor facility is kind of rounding in shape. Do you anticipate being in there during bowl practice?
Yeah, we're hopeful. I think the last thing that I got was that we got to get the certificate of occupancy, and I'm hopeful that that'll be by Tuesday. I was hoping we'd be in there tomorrow, but I think it's ready, but there's just some little things that they got to get before they'll give you a CO. So that's really all we're waiting on. It definitely should be in there here in the next few days. So we're really excited about that. And I tell you, if there's a nicer indoor facility out there, I just have to see it. I mean, this place is spectacular, and I cannot say thanks enough to our administration, IPTAY, for what they provided our student athletes. I mean, it is a game changer. Not just in recruiting, but for our program and the development of our program. So I'm excited about it. I think it'll add a little bit of, swagger to these guys' step, I guess, as we get out there for bowl practice. I think it'll be even a little bit more excitement when having a chance to go and kind of try out the new digs, if you will.
Any other questions? Thank you very much.
We got the photo op. Yeah, we got a special visitor. We'll do a quick photo op here with the panels, and then we'll be finished.
Hopefully that's the case.